Hey, good morning, everyone. Brian Hoops here, Midwest Market Solutions, Market Insider TV. This is our opening commentary on Friday morning, October the 25th. Thanks for joining us this morning. We hope you had a great night and are looking forward to today's trading activity. It's been kind of a volatile week and hope you've been on the right side of these markets, of course. If you feel like you maybe want a little bit of assistance as far as recommendations goes for hedging, speculative ideas, contact our brokers. They can give you some ideas. You can sign up for our newsletters that also give you some hedging and trading ideas and some recommendations there. So I hope you have a chance to do that. You can go to our website, MidwestMarketSolutions.com. It's there in the screen there. And you can sign up for our text service, YouTube videos, and then our daily newsletters that have all of this information. Of course, if you are a client, it's free information and no charge to you because you are a client. You shouldn't have to pay extra for it. If you're not a client and want to just subscribe, you can do that as well. All right, let's get into the markets here and what's happening. I'll be on RFD TV this morning at about 8:15 Central Time talking about the markets and what we can expect in today's activity. Follow us on Twitter and let's look at the overnight. Dollar basically unchanged, slightly higher when I came to work at 6, and now it's down just a couple ticks. The crude oil market is seeing a nice recovery over 1%, almost $1 higher. Stock market continuing to push higher here, and we believe that this new highs are coming once again in the stock market. Gold and silver under a little bit of pressure despite the weakness in the dollar. There's been some cracks in the armor here for gold and silver, but we did make new highs this week, so there is some longer term positives, and fundamentally we're looking at higher prices yet again, I think. Meanwhile, grains under a little bit of pressure. Corn down 3.25, beans off 2.5. Meal is down 180, and this is significant as meal has posted new lows for the entire month of October in the overnight trade. Wheat is down the leader here. 8 in Chicago, Kansas City off 6.75, and if you've been following our comments, it's the wheat that is starting to break its downtrend. Meal has done it. Soybeans, corn, all of these are in downtrending technical markets, and wheat is just starting to follow along. All right, let's get into some of the news here this morning. As far as weather goes, we always like to check on South American weather, U.S. weather, because that is one of the big fundamentals that can change price direction. But near perfect ideal forecast for South America. Forecast calling for a little bit drier pattern for the next couple days, which follows recent rainfall. So they've really replenished soil moistures with the recent rainfall. Now they have a chance to catch up on corn and soybean seedings, and then more rain in the forecast. So just, you can't ask for a better growing conditions right now in South America, and people don't realize that there is significant downside risk in the soybean market at this point in time. Forecasts for next week here in the U.S., hard red wheat areas are calling for the best rainfall potential since last spring, with at least 1 to 2 and possibly 3 to 4 localized rainfall areas across that hard red wheat belt next week, and that is going to be a blessing for producers that have either seeded the ground or have waited and want to put in some crop yet, and it's definitely going to help things out. So as I mentioned earlier, corn and soybeans, and we're in downtrending markets while wheat just entering that downtrend. News has largely been bullish this week with outstanding export sales. Whole list of exports. Next week's export report on Thursday will be a huge number, but we've done retracement, 62% in the corn, and we've done the about a 38% is all in soybeans, with the rally into some resistance. As I mentioned earlier, soybean meal made new lows for the month of October overnight, and this is important as meal will lead, a lot of times will lead the soy complex, and it's reflective of the rainfall patterns in Argentina, where they're the largest world's meal exporter. On tap today, November grain options, and first notice day is Thursday, October the 31st for November futures. Those November options, if we pin close to the $10 mark, that is where most of the open interest lies for these options, and that's where most of them will expire worthless here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see November beans try and hover closer to $10 by the time we expire those options. Cash cattle trade in the north yesterday, 190 or 192 live, 298 dress. That's $3 to $4 higher live, $2 better on a dress basis, and southern trade is $2 higher than last week at 190. We may have a little bit of work to do in the futures to try and shore up that discount that we have to the cash markets right now. We could see, I think, some strength again this morning out of the chute. A lot of this was traded yesterday. We rallied about $1 after the news broke, but more cash trade is needed. More futures strength is needed. Plus, we have a cattle on feed report this afternoon that looks friendly. On feed estimates 99.7%, placements at 96, marketing's at 102. That overall looks very friendly to me and should give us some strength going into it. So I'd look for like 190 to be tested today in October, December live cattle. That's going to do it for us. Also, cattle on feed and cold storage report out 2 o'clock at the same time. It's going to do it. Have a great day. Good luck and good trading. Hope to talk to you soon. This has been Brian Hoops for Midwest Markets, and we'll be back after the close.